Arsenal Fan TV. I'm here with Mark from the BSM, and quite a lot of fans here getting ready with the placards that are going to hold up during the game. First of all, tell us about exactly what is going to be happening.
Well, we're hoping that as many fans that are going into the game as possible on the 12th minute and on the 78th minute, and at the end of the game, will have one of the banners that they've either got from us or that they've printed off at home, and they'll hold them up at that time. You know, we're expecting that throughout the game they're going to support the team, because we need the 3 points. There's no doubt in that. We need the 3 points. But at 2 points during the game and at the end of the game, we'd like to see the supporters actually hold a banner up, just to let the board know and the club know that a lot of the fans now are fed up with the same thing every season, and that there is time now for a change to be made, because this is a huge club, and we're treading water, and we're going through groundhog season every year, and we need to make a difference. We need to make sure now that the board know we're not putting up with it, and that they need to understand that a football club is about maximising every opportunity it has to succeed on the pitch. We're not saying we have any God-given right to win trophies. We're not saying we're entitled. So all of those other clubs that are moaning about us moaning, they can all fuck off, to be perfectly frank. It's nothing to do with them. If they want to protest, let them go and protest. If we want to do it, they can just go away and leave us to it. But what we want to say is that we don't believe that the club is doing the most that it can to challenge as much as it can. If we lose at the end of the day, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah? If you've given everything you can, you can't give any more than that. And that is not the story at the club at the moment. It's not happening. Just
before I ask the next question, the significance of the 12 minutes and the 78 minute.
It's literally, we picked 12 and 78 to match 12 minutes into the game, 12 minutes from the end of the game, just to signify how long it's been since we feel that we last mounted a serious challenge for a league title. We've flirted with the title every now and then. We did the same this year. You know, we were there or thereabouts, but we never actually go full on to win the title, in our opinion. And we're just fed up with it. And we just think that the board do not drive the manager to try and succeed. There's no pressure on him to do everything he can to succeed. And then the manager is just, you know, he knows that there's no pressure on him, so he can do what he wants. So he can do Project Youth, he can do whatever he feels is right, you know, and he's had money. He can't excuse that, because one, he's had money, spent 75 million quid on 2 players. 2, it's not Man City, Chelsea or United in front of us, it's Leicester and Tottenham. And they got a lot less money than us. So, you know, he's running out of excuses, as are the board. So, you know, it's 12 and 78, 12 minutes before, 12 minutes after the whistle starts, to show it's 12 years since we've bothered actually challenging for this title.
What would you like them to come out and say? Well, you know, listen, like it or not, there is a lot of focus on today and the protests and that. After it's all done and finished, what would you like to hear from even a manager or to hear from the board? Because we heard from the manager yesterday, and he was literally like he's blaming the fans and saying this just adds to the toxic atmosphere around the club.
Well, to be honest, I think that you just summed it up there. It's not about what you hear from the club, in support of it. You never hear any admittance of any failures. You never hear anything from the owner at all, because he doesn't care, because all he's interested in is making money, and he's doing that, so he doesn't really care. The manager is never going to admit anything. I'm not being funny, right, but we all know Arsene Wenger is an intelligent man. Any intelligent man who cared about what the fans thought would not have done what he did yesterday. When he got asked, what do you think about the protest, he would have gone, I'm not here to talk about that. It's a press conference about Arsenal and Norwich. I'll talk about Arsenal, I'll talk about Norwich. I've got nothing to say about the protest. He didn't. He went to town and he wants to dig out Piers Morgan about egos. He wants to dig out ex-players, be that Merson or Petit, about egos. And then he wants to dig out the fans. And when he's digging out the fans, he's not only digging out the ones like me who think he's past his sell-by date, he's digging out all of them. You know, Jeff Arsenal wants to stand there and go on about that Wenger's still the man for him. Well, if Jeff Arsenal's in there today, he's digging him out as well, because he's saying the entire ground, 57,000 Arsenal fans at most games, according to the club, are providing a poisonous climate, shall we say, for his players to play in. But these are players who can go to White Hart Lane, 37,000 Spurs fans giving them fucking shit all day long, but they can go there and with 10 men they can still come out with a draw. But they can't come here on a Saturday, whatever day it was, and play Watford in the Cup huge game for us, and we lose that game. And yet when we play Watford in the league, we beat them 7-0. Yeah, but when we needed to beat them, the team fell apart. But he wants to say it's the fans' fault. It's the climate. It's the atmosphere. Yeah. Any normal manager would have avoided the subject. He fucking just poured fuel onto the fire. I cannot understand what the PR department are doing, letting him say that. But then actually, to be honest, he's in charge of everything at the club, so it doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
One last thing I want to ask you, right, is, as I said, what they got to, if Arsene Wenger stays, right, I still got a feeling that he will stay, right? So if Arsene Wenger stays, what does he have to do in the summer to change things so that when we go into the new season and when we're at this stage next season, it's different?
Well, he needs to cut loose a lot of the players in the squad who are not contributing in any way, shape or form. He needs to make some serious decisions about his loyalty to certain players, and he needs to bring in the sort of top quality, world-class players that we need to challenge. Now, you know, when he says they're not available, you have to look at Spurs and you have to look at Leicester and say, well, there are players available who can take you to the top 1 or 2 positions in the league. So they are there. Yeah, he's got the Euros, so he's got the biggest shopping window going in Europe. He needs to bring in the best players in the best positions, stop being loyal to certain players, but he also has to look at the coaches he's got around him and his tactics and what he's doing, because we're seeing too many of the same mistakes. I mean, when you look at some of our defending, yeah, we're 2-0 up at West Ham and cruising with 2 minutes to go half time, and we walk in at half time at 2-2, you know, because of poor defending. This can't carry on. It's been going on for years. We've all seen it, Robbie. Every season, the same mistakes over and over again, and they're not being addressed. He needs to address them. Now, to me, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it because that's an admittance that he's not doing his job properly. If he can address it, maybe people will have to give him one more chance. I mean, it's enough, you know, we'll do all this that we can, but at the end of the day, Kroenke will make the decision, and we know that he's probably got at least one more season. So they'll give him the money, and he's got an opportunity to spend it. But then he's already telling us, he's already setting us up to say we're not looking to like make too many big money signings. I don't know, you know. I mean, I just have a horrible feeling we'll be back next season around February, March time with the same situation, Robbie, and that's what we're trying to avoid here, because it's just getting stale, and it's time for change.
Hi, welcome on to my brand new channel called Man Like Robbie. You guys may know me from Arsenal Fan TV, but on this channel we're going to be talking all things football, and it's going to be real, unlike any other channel on YouTube. So subscribe right now to Man Like Robbie.